Okay, welcome back. Matt's the chef, number 2. Today we're going to do Cheats Pizza. The big cheat is the pizza base. I've bought these from Sainsbury's. They come in a 2-pack, they're about £2. Great thing about these is you bung them in the freezer. When you want them, you bring them out and you can cook them from frozen. But we're using them fresh today. The other cheat, we're using cooked ingredients. Smorgasbord, they sell this Swedish meatballs by a company called Smorgasbord. Now the great thing about these is they're already cooked. All you're going to do is reheat them. So what you're going to need is 10 of these meatballs sliced in half. About 150 grams of, I'm using cheddar, it's entirely up to you. 50 to 60 grams of mushrooms. Now I slice these really thin. I use the cheese grater on the slicer on the side, the wide one. That's really nice fine and they'll cook really, really well. As you probably are aware, I like to use pepper, so I've diced a nice pepper. I've also got some fresh oregano, which you just peel off the vine and just give it a quick chop too. The big cheat about this is my missus is not able to eat a passata base, a tomato base on a pizza. So what we do is we make our own honey-based pizza sauce, which involves honey, Chinese 5-spice, and some soy sauce. I like a dark soy, use whichever you're happiest using. Okay, so the messy bit is this bit. We start off with the honey. I'm using these to make life easier for everybody else. This is a tablespoon. We're using 2 tablespoons of runny honey. It gets very messy very quickly. And I also don't mind putting my fingers in and getting the excess off like that. Don't do this. Wash your hands. I'm doing that because it's only me. Then you want 2 teaspoons of Chinese 5-spice. This stuff is really simple, off the shelf. Most supermarkets sell it these days. Just tap it in. Lovely, lovely flavors. Be careful you don't sneeze all over the show. Then I've got a big old spoon. I like to use the back side of it to put the sauce on with. So give that a mix, and what we're going to make here is basically a paste. Now, as it stands, the honey paste and the 5-spice, it's a bit thick. You'll see that it starts to look thick, and that's not going to go very far on a pizza base, and that's the reason why you have your soy. Your soy will thin it out and allow you to spread it over your base. And again, use your common sense. Use as much or as little as you think you need. Have an experiment. Try it a couple of times. Dip your finger in and see which is a preferred taste for you. I know we did this for the Norwegian family and they went absolutely nuts over this. This is now known as Matt's Pizza over there, but really it's Karen's Pizza. Okay, now we're starting to be a bit more fluid with it. So again, messy part. Let's get this on the pizza base. Pour it in the middle. Give yourself a good schloop like that. And then the back of the spoon. Run it right round the edge. Take it to the edges. That's just my own personal preference. I don't like hard pizza crust. I like mine to have sauce all over it. You may find as well, when you put this kind of thing in the oven, it tends to drip. So, you know, be a bit generous with the tin foil and cover your shells so that you're not trying to scrape off dried honey off the bottom of your oven. Right, good stuff. Now, next thing we need, mushrooms. Again, as finely as you can slice them because they will cook more easily. So let's just sprinkle them over. Go mad, go nuts, it's your pizza. There's only you eating it. That's why I don't mind licking my fingers. Plenty of mushrooms. Then, your 10 meatballs that we sliced in half. Now you can be really, like when I had lots of time, I used to do it and make sure, well, there's enough in that slice, there's enough in that slice, and there's enough in that slice. Really, it doesn't matter. Just sprinkle them on. Pretend you're in one of the big pizza houses. And you're a massive pizza chef. There we go, like that. Then we're looking at about 150 grams of cheese. If you want more, go ahead. If you want less, do less. I like a lot of cheese on my pizza. This will go down insanely well, especially with people who are not big pizza fans, because you've got the sweetness of the honey and you've got the savoury of the 5 spice and the meats. And then, to make it pretty, I've chopped up an orange bell pepper just to give it some colour on the top. Looks great. I also am quite fond of a little bit of black pepper before it goes in the oven. I know that's not traditional. Right, you're going to need to switch your oven on before you start this. You want it at 190. 10, 11, 12 minutes. I tend to lean towards 12 minutes to make sure that it's cooked through properly. And that will be one of the best pizzas you've ever tasted. Okay people, next step, put the pizza in the oven. It's told me it's hot enough. It's been on for quite a few minutes. Ooh, middle shelf, 190, 12 minutes. Alexa, 12-minute timer, please.
12 minutes, starting now.
Good. Alexa, stop. Ooh, here we go, people. Messy and drippy and hot. Be careful, be careful, be careful. Get your slice. And get your pizza wheel, or as I heard a comedian say once, your infinity knife. I love that name. That will taste amazing, and you will have people fighting to get a slice of that. Also, if you like, just sprinkle a little bit of oregano on, which I pulled off the vine and chopped up before we started. Right, here we go again. So, a little drinks recommendation. If you're going to have a classic Italian dish with strange ingredients, I'll grant you, a classic Italian dish, why not have a classic Italian beer to go with it? Proper Italian Peroni. Lovely, light. I don't need to tell you about Peroni. Fantastic drink. I wish these people were sponsoring me. How good does that look? Now that's an afternoon in the garden. Cheers everyone. Enjoy.